What is up, everybody? I'm the Retro Nerd, and welcome to another episode of Burning Rubber. So shift into gear and let's go at blazing speeds, because we are playing Chase H.Q. Now you may be wondering, what the hell is Chase H.Q. and why am I playing it on the Game Boy? Well, Chase H.Q. is pretty much not a racing game, but it does involve cars. So I was like, well, no, it doesn't involve racing, which is mainly what Burning Rubber is about, but it does have one aspect that you're mainly in a car all the time, so I say that qualifies for Burning Rubber. Now all you naysayers may be like, well, Burning Rubber is supposed to be about racing games. Why are we talking about Chase H.Q.? Well, like I said before, it's not a racing game, but you're mainly in a car most of the time. I'm going to be covering Driver on fucking Burning Rubber. If you don't like that, go fuck off. I mean, GTA won't be covered on this because GTA also has the aspects of shooting and killing. Yeah, I know Driver has that too. The Driver is mainly spent most of the time in a car. Same thing as Chase H.Q. And Chase H.Q. may have inspired Driver and tons of other games. So this one, pretty much you drive around. At the beginning of each level, you are told by Nancy what vehicle you are looking for, and you have a certain amount of distance that you have to drive, and that's shown by your distance meter. It'll show a meter that says distance from you to whatever car thief you're going after, but there's also a number above that bar that tells you how many miles or kilometers or whatever, how far the distance is. So you have to keep driving until that thing gets down until the red ball starts coming over to the blue ball, which is you. So once you finally get to your destination of finding whoever you're after, a red arrow will appear and point at the vehicle, and it's like, hey, this is the guy, you gotta hit him, run into him. So pretty much you're essentially playing cops in an undercover cop vehicle, of course, but that's essentially what you're doing, is just taking them out by doing like pit maneuvers and ramming them in the back and stuff until their car takes enough damage to where you can pull them over and get them the hell out of the vehicle and bust them. So it's pretty much what it is. Chase H.Q. is nothing more than a cop game, and here's some of my things that I liked about this game. One, the road. They did a smart idea. You know, choose a color for the road that's not gonna fucking mesh in. Of course, you're probably saying, well, you're playing this on your GameCube, so it's gonna have color. But if we played this on the Game Boy, that color would be different. And they still chose a smart idea for the color. It's not black, you know. It's a different color, you know, than what Street Racer chose to do. Fucking, you know, turn the road black and put fucking lines all over the place, and then use black for the cars. You know, this decided to not use black, use a different color, and then you know, use a certain color as well for the car, so it's a little easier to see on the road. So that's bonus points for me, because when it comes to racing games, you gotta be able to see your car, and for Game Boy games, that matters, because Street Racer was horrible as shit when it came to the car blending in with the road. This is beautiful. I can see where my car's at all times. No, nothing to worry about there. Another cool aspect is you actually have to shift your car. So if you hit another vehicle that's on the road, it'll spin your car out of control over to the side, and you'll take off, but you're in the low gear, so you actually have to hit the B button. Oh, well, then again, it depends on what type you're on. I was on type A, and then there's type B controls. So you got type A and type B controls. But I was on type A, so what I had to do is, once I hit about 90 miles per hour, I had to hit B again, so it would go into the higher gear and let me go up to like 150. So I thought that was cool, you know, a Game Boy game actually, you know, being like, oh no, this is a stick shift. You're driving a stick shift car, not a manual car. So that was kind of cool. Distance meters and the damage meters, those are bonus. That's a plus in my book. because they just didn't do it with the bar for the distance, they also represented it with a number. So that's good too. The arrows pointing out the car and pointing you into like shortcuts or a certain direction, bonus as well, because that's nice. Nice touch as always, because you know, back in the day games were already hard enough, and game actually trying to help you is awesome. One thing I hate is when your timer runs out, it'll actually like game over you to where it's like if you want to continue this mission you have to press start, and it would actually use one of your credits or continues. So that kind of sucks, and it takes you out of the whole atmosphere of the game. You'd be driving down the road at top speeds, you're like, I'm almost there, and then it'll stop and be like, to continue this mission please press start, and it has a countdown as well from 10. So if you don't hit it in time, you're fucked. You can't do the mission anymore. Let's see. Another thing is the siren noise once you're in the close area of the vehicle you're going after or whatever. You know, it's annoying as fuck. I'm sorry, guys, because I stayed in like I was like always near the car towards the end of this video, and you're probably hearing it right now. But the siren is annoying as hell. I'm sorry about that, but you know, like I said, I had to at least try to complete the mission, and you know, well, which I do complete the mission, but you know, to give you a sense of how the game is played and how it's accomplished your goals, you know, in the game. So I'm sorry about that, because the siren is fucking annoying. I was just like, oh my god, will the siren shut the fuck up? I understand if I'm like near the guy, but does it have to be even if I'm like 10 whatever, you know, 10 points away from it in distance? Let's just use that term, I guess, because I don't know if it's represented by miles or kilometers in this game, but whatever. But yeah, it is like, does it have to keep going on and on? It's a fucking annoying siren. But finally we get down to the itty bitty gritty, I guess, of this video. And is Chase H.Q a good game for the Game Boy? Yes, it is. It is a fantastic game for the Game Boy, and a cool cop game as well. You don't get a lot of good cop games, and this is a pretty good cop game. It reminds me a lot of Spy Hunter, and you know, it does have some aspects of Driver, but you know, not like the 3D open world and all that shit, but still has some aspects of Driver because, well, more than likely Driver influenced it. I mean, not Driver, but this game influenced Driver, so that's what I meant to say. But yeah, good game, fantastic game, worth having in your collection. This one will go up with the F1 race as a good game as well for the Burning Rubber games that I have, and because this is the last racing one I am doing, because this is the last racing game I own. But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Burning Rubber. It's time to put that car in the park and wait for another day to burn some rubber.